Hello friends, today we are going to start with first unit of the microbiology and our topic of discussion is introduction to prokaryotes and eukaryotes. PPT for the same is also available on my blogspot kiranbaviskar.blogspot.com. As we are known that every living organism is made up of the cell. So what is the cell? Cell, it is defined as structural and functional unit of the life. So all the functions of our body ultimately performed by the cells, and the total structure of body basically it is made up of the cell. So there are two type of the cells, prokaryotic type of the cell and eukaryotic type of the cell. So what is the difference between that prokaryotic or eukaryotic type of the cell? So first, prokaryotic cell. Actually that term it is derived from the two different words. Pro means a primitive and karyon means a nucleus. Primitive nucleus means if the nucleus it is not well developed, then it is called as a primitive nucleus. Those organisms in which if the cell it contains primitive nucleus, then such type of the organisms are called as a prokaryotes, and the cell is known as a prokaryotic type of the cell. So in that case, the genetic material it is not bounded by the nuclear membrane, and it is known as a nucleoid, not a nucleus. It is present in a cytoplasm of the cell. You can see into that right corner of the video. Nucleoid it is present in a prokaryotic cell, and it is directly present in a cytoplasm of the cell. Now eukaryotic cell. That term it is also derived from the two different words. Eu means a true and karyon means a nucleus. True nucleus. True nucleus means if the genetic material it is bounded by a nuclear membrane and it is separated from the cytoplasm with the help of that nuclear membrane. Such a nucleus is called as a true nucleus. So those organisms in which true nucleus is present, such organisms are called as eukaryotes, and such type of the cell is known as a eukaryotic type of the cell. So what are the basic properties of the prokaryotic type of the cell? So the first one, nucleus it is not bounded by nuclear membrane in a prokaryotic type of the cell. Second, prokaryotic type of the cell they contains a simple genetic material and it is called as a nucleoid. Third, the prokaryotic type of the cell it is the first developed cell. It is a very simple and the oldest type of the cell. Membrane bound structures these are absent in a prokaryotic type of the cell, and so because of that it is a very simple cell. For example, mitochondria, chloroplast, Golgi bodies, endoplasmic reticulum. These are the different membrane bound structures which are absent in a prokaryotic type of the cell. Prokaryotic type of the cell is characterized by presence of single circular chromosomes, and the cell wall it is present in a prokaryotic type of the cell, and it is made up of peptidoglycans. So these are the basic properties of a prokaryotic type of the cell. Prokaryotic type of the cell it also contains a ribosomes. 70S type of the ribosomes these are present in a prokaryotic type of the cell. Cytoplasm it is a colorless viscous fluid bounded by the cytoplasm. It is also present in a prokaryotic type of the cell. Some more structures are also present in a prokaryotic type of the cell. For example, bacteria. Bacteria it is characterized by presence of flagella, a small thread-like structure external to the cell wall. Pili, smaller and thinner than the flagella, thread-like structure that is present external to the cell wall. Plasmid, it is an extra chromosomal DNA that is present in a cytoplasm of the cell. Plasmids these are also present in a bacteria or a prokaryotic type of the cell. Bacteria, archaebacteria, these are included in a prokaryotic type of the cell. So what is the definition of bacteria? It is defined as microscopic unicellular prokaryotic living organism. First time The scientist Anton van Leeuwenhoek, he observed the bacteria and called it as a animalculus. Laterwards, in 1838, the term bacteria was introduced by the German naturalist Christian Gottfried. Prokaryotic organisms, these are included into the kingdom Monera. Now, eukaryotic cell. What are the properties of a eukaryotic type of the cell? So the first one, nucleus of a eukaryotic cell is bounded by nuclear membrane. As the genetic material, it is well developed and separated from the cytoplasm, so it is called as a nucleus. Eukaryotic type of the cell, it is one of the complex type of the cell as different cell organelles are present. Membrane bound cell organelles, these are present in a eukaryotic type of the cell like mitochondria, chloroplast, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi bodies. In a eukaryotic type of the cell, multiple linear chromosomes are present. While regarding to the cell wall, in a eukaryotic type of the cell, the presence or absence of cell wall, it depends upon a type of the organisms. If these are the protists, then usually cell wall is absent. If plant cell is there, then cell wall it is present and it is made up of polysaccharides, cellulose and pectins. If the organism is a fungi, then cell wall it is present and it is made up of chitin. While in case of animal cell, the cell wall it is absent. In case of that eukaryotic type of the cell, the organisms are classified into the 4 different kingdoms: kingdom Protista, kingdom Fungi, kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia, and according to that the presence or absence of cell wall it depends. These are the 2 different diagrams of a plant and animal cell. You can see that in a plant cell, cell wall it is present with the help of that red arrow it is shown. While in case of that animal cell, plasma membrane it is present as a outermost covering and cell wall it is absent. Now we will summarize what are the common structures between that prokaryotes and eukaryotes. As we already discussed the difference between that prokaryotes and eukaryotes. DNA, it is present in a both type of the cell, but in case of that prokaryotic type of the cell, it is in circular fashion, while in case of that eukaryotic type of the cell, it is a multiple and linear. Ribosomes are also present in a both type of the cell, but in prokaryotic type of the cell, 70S type of the ribosomes are present, while in eukaryotic type of the cell, 80S type of the ribosomes are present. Plasma membrane, it is present in a both type of the cells, and these are made up of the phospholipids and proteins. Cell wall, as already discussed, cell wall it is present in a prokaryotic type of the cell and it is made up of peptidoglycan, while in eukaryotic type of the cell, it depends whether it is protists, then usually it is absent. If the organism is a fungi, then the cell wall it is made up of chitin. If the organisms are plant, then the cell wall it is present and made up of cellulose, pectins and polysaccharide. And if it is an animal cell, then the cell wall it is absent. So these are the common structures: cell wall, plasma membrane, cytoplasm, ribosomes and DNA. These are found in a both prokaryotic and eukaryotic type of the organisms. Thank you, friends.